prior, like before the showcase, I would have been like, Microsoft is in deep shit. But seeing the showcase, I think Microsoft is headed in the right direction. They just got to execute on the games, and that's what's been holding back Microsoft or Xbox in general. Is like they don't have that game to like, yo, I need to justify why I have this power Xbox, this high powered console, this Xbox Series X is told as the most powerful Xbox, and I can't show you, I can't. There's not a game that could say like it justify this purchase. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype Gaming. I'm your host Ja, and today we're gonna review Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga on the Xbox. Now, before I like to get started, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love. I'm back, baby. Let's do this. This is the first game I've actually blew the dust off my Xbox Series X. Like, if you guys haven't been paying attention, the Microsoft and amongst other companies in the industry has been laying off a lot of people beginning like since January. Sony's done it, Microsoft done it, all these major companies done it, EA done it, Insomnia. They laid off a lot of people because I don't know, it's bad business, or over probably missing the market, like think everybody wants to play free to play games or these live services game, and the people have spoken. Nobody really wants it. It's a niche category. People don't really want to play live. Not everything has to be live service. Like Helldivers, which is like, this is be a down year for Sony, right? And their biggest game is Helldivers 2, and it's the bomb. It's the best. That's when live servers do it right. Then you have games like Suicide Squad, which spent over 200 million on this game, making this game, and that game is dog shit. You know what I mean? So like, and for Xbox, like, look, the Xbox Series X has been out for the Xbox Series, like the X and S have been out for, I don't know how long has the generation been? I think 5 years now, and they haven't had like that, that banger yet. You know what I mean? Like my issue with Xbox is they need a God of War moment. What I mean by that is when I had the Xbox 360, it was back then. Those games were like bro games, like the Gears of War, the Halo. They were bro games. God of War was a bro-ish kind of game, just hack and slash. Nobody really gave a shit about the story. It's a revenge story. Kratos as a character was pretty much like, he was. Let's be real. He was corny. Like, he was whack. He was just it was those games that like God of War games, like games like that, or even like Halo. They were like what the possibility of what these games can look like. You know what I mean? Those were like more techy than anything else. You know what I mean? It was more, just action-based blockbusters. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Kratos grew up. You know what I mean? Like, all these games you're not really seeing a lot of these, hokey games now, like, because the people are spending big money on these games. And God of War grew up. They gave Kratos a son, you know what I mean? And he's mature. He's not angry anymore. And I think Xbox, like with their core franchises, need that moment. They need to grow up with us, because the same people like me, or like the gamers like me, we grew up. You know what I mean? We don't care. We have kids now. We don't care about the big bro-ish games anymore. We want to see like Marcus Phoenix grow up. We want to see Master Chief grow up. We want to see all these Xbox games that they have grow up with us. And I feel like they haven't, like, for some reason, when I played the new Halo, the Halo Infinite game, it was just missing something. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was fun, but you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, I felt like I outgrew Halo for some reason. I don't know what that is. But even with the Gears of War from the last generation, I enjoyed that story. It was actually, I saw where they was going with it. I was intrigued by where they were going with it. But for some reason, I haven't heard anything about Gears anymore. Well, except for what they had a big showcase over the weekend, and it seems like Xbox is going in the right direction. I think they dropped the best showcase in a long time. But with this game, Hellblade, like, this is one of their flagship games of the year, and a lot of eyes on it. And I think whether rightfully or not, I don't think people would. This game has been on a microscope now, and I think that's wrong. I think it's a very niche game. and I know Microsoft needs a home run, and I don't think this is it. I don't think that I overall I if I have to say this in one word, what kind of game this is, I think it's very divisive. That's one word I'll describe Hellblade. It's a divisive game. It's I thoroughly enjoyed it, but is it the home run that Microsoft is hoping for? I don't think so. I think it's going to hit with certain audience, but like for me, it hit. But I don't know. I think again, if I would have reviewed this game prior, like before the showcase, I would have been like Microsoft is in deep shit. But seeing the showcase, I think Microsoft is headed in the right direction. They just got to execute on the games, and that's what's been holding back Microsoft or Xbox in general. Is like they don't have that game to like, yo, I need to justify why I have this power Xbox, this high powered console, this Xbox Series X is told as the most powerful Xbox, and I can't show you, I can't. There's not a game that could say like it justify this purchase until Hellblade 2. This is one of the most gorgeous games you're gonna find in any generation, this generation alone. Like it's up there. I'm again, this is more probably recency bias, but I think this is the best looking game this generation, PS5 or Xbox. This is an amazing looking game. I'm gonna get this out the way. The pros. The game is gorgeous. The sound of this game, like play this game with headphones. Like it's well, I actually have like a pretty awesome sound system, so it's pretty dope too. But if you can't play with your headphones, man, honestly, you have one of those Dolby Atmos like I got, you could hear it from different speakers. The sound, you know what I mean? It's pretty good. And the story, although it ended abruptly, I was thoroughly enjoying it. It's a fun. It was a good journey, and then it just ended abruptly. I think the ending was kind of corny, but overall, I enjoyed this game. It talks, dealt with, if you guys haven't played Hellblade 1, or you're not planning on playing this game, or you're intrigued by it, you don't necessarily need you don't need to play Hellblade 1 to just get Hellblade 2. They give you a nice little backstory in the beginning of the game, but it deals with anyone who's dealing with psychosis, which is a mental illness, and it does it. I think they did it better with the voices and like dealing the depths of psychosis with Hellblade 1 better than they did with Hellblade 2. It was still cool. This game is more action based, but the problem is the gameplay, the combat doesn't really evolve. It's pretty much rinse, wash, repeat kind of shit. Like, there's block, dodge, attack. Then when you block properly, you get this special power or special move and execute, which works pretty much 100% of the time. They didn't really expand on the combat, which is to me a big miss, because the combat is pretty good and it's gory and brutal, but it's pretty much, the thing is with me, like if this game was I don't like watching people play video games, but in this case, like this game, I could literally watch somebody play this game. Like it feels like it's a walking simulator more than an action game. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. They're trying to tell their story, and it's fine. It's good, but I don't like in this wrong people think this is the home run that Xbox needs. I don't think so. I think it's fine with this game just being like a base hit, a double, or a triple. Like this is in baseball terms, this is a good game overall. It's just that I think people coming into it thinking this is going to be Goddess of War. This is not it. This is not what you think it is. And I already knew that going in. Like I knew, because I played Hellblade 1 and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed this game too. But I just feel the combat could have been more evolved, and it wasn't. It really, really wasn't. But overall, like, it's, I know people are going to ding it for this, but it's really a short game, and I don't mind it. I think if the game was longer, it would have been, I would have probably given it a lower score, to be honest with you, because it's only a 5-hour, maybe 6-hour game. I don't remember. I think I finished it at 5.5 hours, actually. I think it took me like 5 hours and 30 something minutes to finish the game. And I was fine with it, though. I was fine with that. Maybe you could have added another hour to complete the ending. It felt like it was a little rushed at the end, but I don't know. I think there's probably, who knows? I think there's probably more to this game, and I think they spent so much money and time on this game, because this game, if you guys don't remember, this game was, I think, 7 years ago announced. It was announced the same time the Xbox Series X was announced in the Game Awards. That's a long time. It was like the first image of what the Xbox Series X can do, and if you would have put a gun to my head, I would have said if this would have been better off as a launch game. And if you guys remember, I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't. The Xbox Series X did not. It was supposed to be a Halo game, but it didn't drop. There's nothing, no major games was dropped to justify a purchase of an Xbox Series X during launch. It really wasn't. I have the box to this day. I have the Halo and the Halo Infinite box. That was the console. That was the console I got, and no Halo game. You know what I mean? So I think if this game would have launched with this system, it would have been a system seller off the rip. But now as like time has passed, and games, you have other games that look just as gorgeous or closely gorgeous to this game. It you know what I mean? It's more like I'm more in, again, for me, and I'm fine. But being the fact it's on Game Pass, I think you guys should at least try it out. I think if you're looking for something to play, you got nothing going on, play this game. This game is fine. Again, it might not hit for a lot of you. It hit for me. I just wish it would have came out earlier, and I think they could have probably told a broader story. But I'm kind of intrigued by what they do next with this. I don't know if I want to see another Hellblade 3. I don't know if I'm hyped for that. But with this company, Ninja Theory, I would be intrigued to see what they do in horror, like a crazy horror game. Just looks just like this game, like not exactly this game, but just the look of it, because they nailed that Unreal Engine 5 look, man. They killed it. But yeah, I would like to see them do a horror game next. I think that would be the best thing. Then maybe come back to Hellblade 3. But on the get hype scale, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. The story, look, play the game. Just play the game. It's just pretty much Senua, pretty much trying to dealing with her psychosis, and it's intriguing. It's a divisive game. It's gonna be a divisive game for a lot of people, but to me, it is a contender for Game of the Year for me. But it's a moderately get hype game, so I'm giving this a 3 out of 5, just because I don't think people are gonna appreciate what it is. But it's a slow burn, but it's a high reward game to me. So again, 3 out of 5. Get moderately hyped for Hellblade 2. Next game I'll talk about or review will probably be Stellar Blade, so look out for that. I'll probably drop that next week. I'm gonna be more consistent, guys. I've been busy with work, but I'm back to it. Should find more content coming soon. But right now, Hellblade 2, 3 out of 5. Keep liking, keep subscribing. Ja out.